So you cannot skip any of these steps. We need to go through all of these steps, despite the fact that we feel anxious. Anxiety is just part of the process. And we put so much pressure on each and every day and so much pressure on ourselves. And that is another thing that makes things so anxiety provoking. Hello and welcome to Journey to Lasting Love, the podcast. I am your host, Tina Shayani, and the head coach at T-Shay Coaching. If you are looking to attract a loving partner to build a relationship with that gets better with time, if you are looking to deepen your current relationship, or you just want to live a happier life, you are in the right place. Every week we will discuss a new topic that will bring you understanding, clarity, and the tools to become the best version of yourself, the happiest version of yourself. Good morning and welcome to this week's live here in Journey to Lasting Love. I am Tina Shayani, your host here, both in Facebook group Journey to Lasting Love and on the Instagram page. I'm also the head coach at T-Shay Coaching, where we help people attract and build lasting, loving relationships. If you are here live, let me know that you're here. If you're watching on replay, please leave a comment so that I know that you are here. I always like to interact with you guys. If you have questions, please feel free to ask them. And I'm doing something a little bit different with my setup, so I'm not sure that I will be able to see your questions live, but I hope that I can. Otherwise, send me your questions and comments, and I will be happy to answer them. If you know someone that would benefit from this material, please invite them to either the page or the Facebook group. Let's grow this community where we help people to live better, happier lives and have relationships that work, because one of the reasons that I do relationships as my coaching niche is because if you have a good relationship, everything else in your life will be better. And no matter how good things are in other aspects of your life, if your relationship is bad, it tends to ruin everything. We've talked about this example before, that you can go to the most beautiful place in the world and have a miserable time if your company is bad. And the same way you can go to you can go to McDonald's with good company and have a great experience. So company is such an important thing in life. I do offer one-to-one coaching. I have exactly one spot left. So if that's something that you're interested in to propel your life forward quickly, send me a DM and we can discuss that. And now let's jump right into this week's topic. Is dating anxiety keeping you home? For a lot of people, the answer to this question is yes. Dating anxiety is a real thing, and everyone who is out there dating has this on one level or another. So first, know that you are not alone. This is a very normal thing. It's something that is anxiety provoking. And the other thing to understand is that the person that you're going on a date with also feels the same anxiety. So you are not alone. So when you are going on the date, have some compassion for the other person. Let's not be so judgmental and rush to judgment so quickly and be on the attack. So let's show some kindness and understand that just like we have anxiety, the other person has anxiety also. So when we have anxiety, we can do one of two things. We can hide from the anxiety and not do anything, not put ourselves out there. That certainly makes the anxiety go away. You can't feel anxious if you're not taking action. Sometimes the anxiety is so much that you just want to hide under your bed. And that is a solution to the anxiety, but it's not a real viable solution, because hiding under your bed just makes the anxiety worse the next time. And it makes it harder and harder to push through that anxiety and kind of put yourself out there. So the first thing to understand is everyone suffers from it. And that's really important to know that we are not alone. So one option is to hide from the anxiety and take no action. The other option, which I want to tell you is a far better option, is to push through that anxiety, because the reward that you want, that good relationship, that happy love life, is on the other side of the anxiety. You can't have a relationship if you don't meet people. So I was having a conversation with a client the other day. She goes, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Yes, but no. If you are sitting home on your couch, the love of your life isn't going to come and break down your door and say, love me, here I am. It just doesn't work that way. You have to be proactive. You have to take part in the creative process. It's not going to just happen by accident or by magic. You have to be out there and proactively looking for this. And in order to have a relationship, you must first have a first date. In order to have a husband, first you need to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And in order to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you need to go on dates. So you cannot skip any of these steps. We need to go through all of these steps, despite the fact that we feel anxious. Anxiety is just part of the process. And we put so much pressure on each and every date and so much pressure on ourselves. And that is another thing that makes things so anxiety provoking. So we go out on a date thinking, oh, this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one. And when it's not, we're so sorely disappointed that it just ups the anxiety and we don't want to go out anymore. But the truth is, most of your first dates are not going anywhere. Most of the people that you meet are not going to be your life partner. And that is something very important to understand. Don't put so much pressure on each and every date, because usually it's just going to be a date and it's going to end maybe 2 or 3 dates or whatever it is. But chances are that this is not going to be that life partner of yours. And if it is, great. But in most probability, you're going to have to go on multiple dates. And if you understand that and you go into it with an open mind and an open heart and open to a friendship and a relationship and see where it takes you, instead of being 1,000 steps ahead, instead of imagining what your grandchildren are going to look like before you've even had dinner. So these are the things that feed that anxiety, that looking too many steps ahead, putting pressure on yourself and this one dinner or this one coffee or whatever it is, that this is going to be the one, and being so deeply disappointed when it's not, because the truth is it probably won't be, but you have to try in order to find the one, because one of those dates is going to lead to something. But if you don't go on any, you have no chance. So let's stop putting that pressure. And how can we reframe it for ourselves? Instead of being so nervous, how can we reframe it as an opportunity to go and just meet someone? Go and see what different people are about, a learning opportunity to see what other people are like. And that also changes everything. If we are so nervous, we're not going to show up on that date as our very best self. If we can show up and be relaxed and take the pressure off and say, if this happens to be the one, great. And if it's not, I'm okay with that also. So don't be tied to the outcome of this one particular date. If you can let go of that outcome and say, you know what, I'm just going to go out and I'm going to have a nice night. It's an opportunity to go out. It's an opportunity to get to know someone, and leave it at that. You will be in a far better place than in that place of anxiety. The other thing with anxiety and dating is that dating is a skill, just like everything else. In order to be good at it, you need to have practice. And the first time you're going out on a new date, you're going to be anxious and nervous. And that's normal. You know, the very first time that I did a Facebook Live, I thought that I was going to die. I was so nervous, and it was so nerve wracking because it was something that I had never done before. And I was sweating and my heart was beating out of my chest. And when I was done, it was like the greatest relief. But now I come on live every week with you guys. I turn on the camera and don't tell anyone, but with little prep, I just start talking and the words flow and the ideas flow and we have a great time together. So the more I do it, the easier it becomes. And dating, just like anything else, is a muscle. The more you practice, the better you get at it and the less anxiety you will have also. So let go of this tight fear and understand that the more you do it, the better you will become at it. And that becoming better at dating is preparing you for your life partner. And we don't really know what it is that we want until we experience it. Sometimes we meet someone that fits.
Hey, I just have to pause for a second because if you're here, I know you're serious about making a change, and I want to help you do exactly that. I offer one-to-one coaching designed to give you the clarity, strategy, and confidence to take action and see real results. No more second guessing, no more feeling stuck. It's time to move forward with a plan that actually works and works quickly. And if you're looking for daily insights, live sessions, and exclusive content to keep you motivated, make sure you connect with me on Instagram and YouTube. Join my Facebook group, Journey to Lasting Love. But here's the thing, spots for my coaching fill up really fast and they're very limited in number because I work closely with my clients and get real results fast. So if you're ready to take the next step, don't wait. Head over to my website, tshaycoaching.com, and book an exploratory session for today. Let's see if this is the right fit for you. All right, let's jump back in.
So many of the criteria that we're looking for, but it just isn't a fit. Until you go out, until you have experiences, you won't know what to look for. You won't really know what you want. And when the right person comes along, you won't be able to recognize him or her. So that's another very important aspect, is to have that practice under your belt. Remember in high school when you took the ACT or the SAT, you didn't just show up, sit for the test and take it. You took many practice tests in order to get that good score. And this is the very much the same principle. Those early dates are practice tests for when you do meet your person, so that when you are there with the person that's going to be your life partner, or we can say your spouse, then you will be prepared. You won't be going through all the anxiety. You will be prepared and you will recognize the right question and the right answers when they are before you. Whereas if it's your first time, your first date, you're going to be so sidetracked and so nervous. So that going through the motions of the dating and exercising that muscle, flexing that muscle and becoming comfortable on dates helps so much. And the same principle applies. It's the same principle as that ACT. If you have never taken a practice test, your nerves will be so inflamed, you will be so anxious that even if you do know the answers, that anxiety is going to take over and lower your performance. And the same thing is true on dates. If you are so anxious, you won't be able to be yourself and put your best foot forward. So this is really something to think about. This is something to think about. Exercise that muscle so that you can be the very best version of yourself on the dates. So it's the same as if you're going to run a marathon. You don't just get up one morning with zero prep and go run the New York City Marathon. You won't make it very far. I know I wouldn't make it very far, but you would have to start training a year or even more in advance in order to be able to perform at that marathon. So this is very much the same thing. So you have to go on those practice dates and push through the anxiety so that when the real thing shows up, you will be ready. And I hear from a lot of people, oh, but I'm too young. I'm too young to be looking for something real. Unless you're 12 years old, you're not too young because it takes time. You're going to go through dates that are not good. You're going to have relationships that are not the one. They're meant to be lessons. Not everything is meant to be the one. Some people come into our lives and they are meant to come into our lives, but they're meant to stay just for a short time. They're not meant to be our forever person. They are there to teach us something and then they need to move on. The mistake that we make is that we cling to the people that are meant to be lessons because we are so afraid. What if I don't meet somebody else? So if we can put this anxiety and fear aside, we will have such a better life experience. And isn't it fun to go out and meet new people? Isn't it amazing, an amazing opportunity to be able to look forward to falling in love, to have that amazing experience to look forward to instead of hiding under your bed? The hiding under the bed or beneath the couch is a really bad strategy and it does not work. But if you can reframe it for yourself and make it into a game of like, let me see who I can meet. Let me see what I can learn from these different people. And if he happens to be the one or she happens to be the one, amazing. Then I can look forward to falling in love and to building my life. And isn't that better than hovering in fear and not taking action? So I want to say to you, there's going to be anxiety. You're going to have that fear, but it is very much worth pushing through that fear because the prize of a good relationship, of a happy, loving relationship, is on the other side of that anxiety. So, to wrap up here today, I hope that you can look at dating anxiety a little bit differently from this. Know that you are not alone. Know that it's something that everyone experiences and learn to push through that anxiety in order to have the grand prize at the end. Let's not take ourselves so seriously. If someone doesn't like you, so what? There are plenty of people that you don't like either. One of the things I heard from someone once that I don't want to put myself on the dating apps because people are going to laugh at me. That I was like, wow, what a sad thing. Number one, what are you posting that they're going to laugh at you? Why are they laughing at you? Number two, how do you know that they're going to laugh at you? And number three, so what? So what if they laugh at you? You don't even know them. If a bunch of strangers look at your picture for a moment and they laugh, so what? That didn't take anything away from you. And why project this horrible thing out into the world? And maybe people will laugh or not like you, but maybe there is someone out there that does. What if there is someone out there that likes you, but you will never have the opportunity to meet them if you are hiding under the covers? So I invite you to stop hiding under the covers. Put yourself out there, not fearlessly, but with fear. It's okay to be afraid, but we are built to do difficult things. And you have the capacity to push through that fear. So I hope that this was helpful. I really enjoy interacting with you throughout the week. So send me your messages and your comments, and I look forward to seeing you here live again next Wednesday. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you so much for being here. If this resonates with you, don't let the journey stop here. Let's keep the conversation going. Follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Join my Facebook group, Journey to Lasting Love, for daily insights, live discussions, and exclusive content designed to help you grow and thrive. But if you're truly ready to create real change in your life, nothing beats personalized support. My one-to-one coaching is designed to help you break through barriers, gain clarity, take action with confidence. Imagine where you could be in just a few weeks from now. Spots are extremely limited, so don't wait. Head over to my website, tshaycoaching.com, and schedule an exploratory session, and let's see if this is the right fit for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an update. I can't wait to connect with you. See you soon.